little bit late. That flashlight off. Ixnay on the last flake. Last baby. Let's see if we can see Mom. She should be taking the elevator now. Yeah, I was busy today. I had not practice, but rehearsal for Patience of Fortitude. Then they had the med setup nurse. My mom was here too, so I'll watch. I missed her already. It all depends on where the elevator was. Oh, there she is. There she is. Anyway, enough of that. All right, gotta unbox these, take them up. All right, I got them. I got them. They're two pretty rare fire alarms. My finger was hitting the volume button, trying to get the stupid procs to register. Anyway, yeah, these are really rare alarms. Anyway, yeah, I'm surprised. Not that I know of. Not too many alarm enthusiasts have these. And there's dozens on eBay right now for a pretty good price. It went up a little bit after I bought them. There's only one that I know of that has one. Posted on Facebook. It's been kind of a low-key grail. They're system sensor ones, but they do not belong to the Spectral family or the L family or Spectral Advanced. Well, technically they kind of belong to the Advanced. All right. Now you might be wondering, what the heck's with that Mama number? That's because it's part of their global series. Let's see. How do we? Oh, over this way. There we go. Yep, there's a brochure. And we saw NFPA 72. See? It's got the kind of international fire symbol. And a Ziploc bag. I have gone back there. I think I finally been able to get it. There we go. Finally. Thank you. Whoop. You can see it there. Now the guy who got this, one of these, he'd taken it apart, and it's got the PT, what was it? PT Electronics, or whatever, horns, the same horn that they use in their Spectral alerts, and then the first alert smoke alarms, and they're still using it in the MHW, MHR mini horns. Matter of fact, if you were to look at the data sheet for these, the mini horns are actually still the MHRs. And yeah, we're thinking that this is what was going to be the Spectral Advance here. Here. By the way, if you're hearing talking, I was LSP Airport Live I'm watching. Okay. There we go. The bracket's nice. Notice I don't have my glasses on because we did eye drops just before Mom left. If you watch my channel for the last couple of years, you know I've had that filamentary keratitis. Well, it's back. And we just started the Mucomist eye drops. I think I mentioned those too. For those of you who aren't part of the Firearm Collector Facebook group or Firearm Enthusiast group, you might not have seen the photo the one guy took. Yep. See, there's the horn. The strobe, just a very simple reflector. No facets or angles like the Spectral Advanced or even the Classic. Or the L series, of course. Or almost any other alarm. The thing with Wheelox, Simplex, Gentex, Edwards. Just a very simple parabolic reflector. But it is actually UL listed. This phone would actually focus. Yeah, right there. Am I have this on the wrong mode or what? Alright, let's put this back together. Alright, got it back together again. You can kind of see how they took styling cues from this for the Advance. Like that. And that, even though, of course, on the Advance is above, so it would look like that. It almost looks like a True Alert too, if you were to have it like that. Now, I've heard these twice. Not in person, obviously, but twice online. There's one little clip, like a short on YouTube of one in China. It has a red lens going off. Then there's a clip on Pond 5. A stock footage site of one. See that here, or you will. And then they also had a ceiling mount version, which was circular. But what was cool, they actually offered a skirt for this one, so that could be adapted for ceiling mount. And then I don't think they're on there anymore, but some of, if not the first videos on System Center's YouTube page were of these. Okay. But yeah, I've heard them, so don't expect anything, you know, interesting as far as the sound. Ow! There should be a battery over here. The table still. When I have that keypad, well, I still have it, but I'm trying that out. You fell. And maybe that battery's not here anymore. Plus and minus. See if we hear anything. Yep, sounds exactly like the one in that Pond 5 clip. And now I can show you it. But yeah, as you heard, it sounds just like a smoke alarm. You know, the horn's not modulated or anything. Beep. on position 2 now. Louder temp. Now I think 3 is going to go to continuous low. Yep. And 4 probably continuous high. Doesn't seem to be a difference. We should get a normal battery connector too. I will, eventually. I've never seen the back. Might have a little bit. See, there's the horn. It's even got the little icon and the strobe. And I don't... Yeah, there's no numeric indication of what candela setting it's on. But this is not really not ADA compliant, so it's just like 15, 75, and 110 or something like that. Yeah. Look at the manual. And if you want to read, just pause. See, there's that trim plate I talked about. See, there's your trim plate.
J876, hey, welcome. So great to see you today. Happy Tuesday, by the way. Absolutely perfect weather for planes flying today. It's going to be pretty great tomorrow as well. So we're going to be going live tomorrow. 2 live shows this week.
Well, I guess 1 is high, 2 is low. I don't think these ever came in white either. I like how they make it look like it has 2 side of vents, or 2 matching vents on either side. Their ceiling mount did that too. They're true ceiling mount ones. Let's get the other one out. There was another document that fell. See? Oh, it's just the limitation of fire alarm systems. You've got a system sensor product, you know about that document. Oh, this one was a lot easier. All right, this is the other one. Now, where'd the battery go? Where's the battery? That's how my grandma on my dad's side used to say battery. There it is. This still should be on temporal high. About the same pitch. You can layer them over each other. About the same pitch. Guess you really haven't seen the mounting plate either. Clearly. Again, it looks pretty cool. Well, there you go, folks. Yeah, look at these mounting holes. Not sure what those would be for. Probably says in the manual. Anyway, yeah, that's cool. It's kind of sad that these didn't come out here in the States. Well, technically they did, but, you know, like I said, this is what our advance was going to be. or this was replaced by the Advance. It's obviously, like I said, I'm not sure if you could get like a 1575 with this parabolic reflector. I'm not even sure if you've seen. See. Come on, start flashing. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's just a little spot. I'm not sure if you saw that. It was basically just kind of like a flashlight, somewhat. Just a, like a concentrated spot. I was about to take a picture, but then I remembered. Like I said, this has kind of been a low-key want for me. There have been some on eBay in the past, but they were like from China or India. I think there's still some on India too, from India. And there's still some of these left too. But anyway, like there was one that I asked him, does it include the plate? And he says, I'll have to check. Never got back to me. Because it just showed the alarm, and I think it showed the box, the alarm. And it showed the back, but yeah, it didn't show the plate. You can see the, oh, ow. A little bit of light sensitivity. But anyway, there you go, folks. Thanks for watching.